who looks at his own blood and see an enemy. I'm sure God blinked the day he was put in charge of a child, because no child should arrive on earth already been sentenced. There is a kind of a man who knows how to murder people quietly. Not with knives, with humiliation, with alcohol-soaked sermons, with words ground on the edge of a razor, on the stone of his own bitterness. Outside, he performs the victimhood, but inside, he turns the house into a slaughterhouse and call it discipline. Tell me, any of you, how does a man punish a child for existing too loudly? How does a man look at his own blood and see an enemy? They buried him with praises at funerals. He provided. He prayed. He never missed a Sunday. Everyone claps for him. But nobody sees what he did after the prayers. Because a man who can abuse with the Bible in his hands knows how to make God an accomplice. There is a kind of a man who knows how to make your name a funeral. Words flying through the air, as if they already know where the soft spaces are so they could land like a bullet. And they always found me. Relatives said, "Is he your father?" A system that called it discipline. I learned the abuser is not the only guilty one. I learned silence is a second weapon. I learned something terrifying in that house. I learned the people who do not save you can wound you just as deep as the one destroying you. And today, the world looks at me and see rebellion. They see anger. They see disrespect. Nobody saw the child who learned to sleep like a soldier in a war zone. Nobody saw the years I swallowed my tears, so nobody could call me weak. So today, if I speak and you hear my voice cracking, if you see my hands trembling, trying to prove my point, please understand. Understand I was raised by a kind of man who exists anywhere and everywhere. And I survived him.